I'm not a big Mr. Beast fan. He's cool. I don't know. Don't know a whole lot about him or his crew or anything like that. But I did see this story that it's going pretty viral. An image was posted by a user on Twitter who took a screenshot of this individual, Chris Tyson. And in one image, you can see him looking like this on the left. And in the image on the right, you see that he looks very different. This person said, "Bro, WTF happened?" And Chris says, "Hormone replacement therapy, and it's only been 2 months." He uses an alt Twitter account to explain something about being gender non-conforming. And so this tweet has 24 million views. And I think it's obvious it's Mr. Beast. People associated with Mr. Beast, very, very famous. This guy, I guess, has like 2.7 million followers on Instagram. Wow. I don't even know who this guy is, but apparently young people do. Now, I'm not here to rag on him. I don't care. He's an adult. But I'll show you some of what other people are saying, and I'm going to save the nastier stuff. And we'll talk about Chris Tyson, and then I want to give you my thoughts as to why I really wanted to do a segment on this. Sports Kita says, "Who is Chris Tyson?" They say, 26-year-old American content creator Chris Tyson recently found himself in the headlines after some revelatory details about his personal life. For those unfamiliar with Chris, he's most notable for being a recurring figure in Mr. Beast videos. Chris Tyson is one of Jimmy's earliest friends, and the duo created the Mr. Beast channel together in 2012, which now has over 140 million subscribers. Chris Tyson recently revealed that he has been undertaking hormone replacement therapy and even spoke out about the struggles of being a gender non-conforming individual. So this is what I wanted to get to. Now, first, there was one response. So we have this tweet from Drama Alert. Actually, I don't know if I can actually pull up the Drama Alert tweet. I don't know if okay, I do have it right here. Drama Alert, which is, I think that's Keemstar, says Chris from Mr. Beast's crew revealed that he's on HRT. This Twitter user, Life with Evan, said, "There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times, weak man times." In response, there was I don't actually know if I have the direct response. No, I don't. From Chris on Chris Tyson himself. But this is generally a wide response that we're seeing to the latest video from Mr. Beast showing that the individual here, Chris Tyson, is undergoing hormone replacement therapy. I started thinking about this. I don't really care what an adult decides to do with their life and their body. It's meaningless to me. As long as they don't tell kids to do it and whatever. But there are people who get tattoos. There are people who get their tongue forked. There are people who do a whole lot of crazy things and get breast implants. And we're all basically like, so long as you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. I hope this Chris Tyson guy finds happiness and respect and lives a full and fulfilling life. My question here I started to wonder is, why do it? I mean, that's the real question I have. Why? Now, I can understand if someone is dysmorphic, but this one seems a bit different. Chris Tyson goes on to explain that he is bisexual. He explains that he is gender non-conforming. And so in this image at the top here, we can see the long fingernails and I guess the jewelry or whatever. I don't understand. No, I mean this genuinely and literally. I don't understand. There has never been a time in my life where I felt like I needed to dress like someone else to fit in. Never. There's never been a time in my life where I felt like I had to do a certain thing to feel a certain way. Like, I've always just kind of done whatever I felt like. I'd wear goofy clothes if I felt like wearing goofy clothes. I'd wear a t-shirt if I felt like wearing a t-shirt. What I don't understand with so much of this idea of gender nonconformity, if gender is a social construct, why does this individual feel the need to take a chemical hormone to change his physical body's appearance? For what is he trying to be? That's just me. I'm just saying I don't get it. No disrespect. By all means, y'all can fill me in. I'll explain to you my perspective. It's more in line with like what Matt Walsh talks about. And many of you may not like the guy, but his point was that he said, never in my life have I never ever needed to be affirmed as a man. I just am. Yeah, me too. I've never needed to do anything. I mean, I got crooked teeth. I'm bald. I can't grow a beard. I don't know, whatever. I wonder what it is. When I was younger, I'd get made fun of for a lot of things. There's nothing you can really do about it. what are you supposed to do? So I don't know. Kind of just like, oh, I guess. You know, it's the weirdest thing to me. It's like you're a kid and someone says you've got like a weird nose or you've got a weird face or you got a big ass or you got a big head or something. And they say these things to you. And then I guess kids would get self-conscious by it. I never really, my logic was always kind of like, I'd immediately just be like, well, okay, I guess. Am I supposed to be upset that I am a thing I can't change? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean to me. Someone comes to me and like, you look weird. I'll be like, oh, that sucks, I guess. I don't know. I've been genetically missing a tooth right here for my entire life. Just never came. And I've never thought about it because that's just what I am. And I've had people be like, why don't you get braces to fix your crooked teeth? I've had people commenting on YouTube being like, Tim, you need braces. Tim, you should get a hair transplant. The beanie's stupid. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. That's my question with all of this. Why would someone feel the need to take hormones that will alter your brain function, your biological functions? But I started thinking this. I'm not saying the dude shouldn't do it. Nothing like that. By all means, like Chris, bro, do your thing. Like respect, live your life, be happy. I hope you're very happy. It's the nails. I saw the nails and I was like, my nails are all jagged right now. Like I clipped one nail and not the other. And like, I just don't understand. I am just what I am. And I'm totally fine with that. Sure. Wouldn't it be great if I'm like 5'10", 5'11"-ish. Sure, it'd be great if I was 6'3". Sure, it would be great if I had perfectly straight teeth and a chiseled jawline and big poofy hair. And I just was always kind of like, I don't know. Is that it really though? I wonder when I started seeing the fingernails thing, I'm like, the fingernails thing is a social construct that not even women do. Some women do. Many women don't. Some women go and get their nails done. Many women don't. Some women wear sneakers. Some wear high heels. These are just social things that people choose to do sometimes for whatever reason. Some guys choose to wear Dago tees and they choose to go and work out and build big, massive muscles. I don't really care. Some people choose to get braces. Some people choose to get plastic surgery. I just don't care. I think the real issue here is we are experiencing in this country a lack of self-esteem among many individuals. And I think the reason people would do something like this is because they have no confidence in themselves. They don't like themselves. There's something about themselves they don't like. So here's the assumption that I make. And I want to make sure I'm stressing this because I got absolutely no issue with Chris Tyson or anything Chris Tyson wants to do. And I think Mr. Beast does great work. Not perfect. There are some criticisms I think everyone's worthy of. But I'm wondering if this is just, when I see this dude is trying to be something different because they don't have faith in themselves. I guess my view of it is just this. Let me put it this way. Let me back up. I've often seen these weird videos. Like, remember when Madonna did that weird video with all the plastic surgery? I've seen this stuff since I was a kid. Weird plastic surgery that makes a person look goofy. And I've always thought to myself, like, why would they do this? Well, of course, because people say they don't want to be old. They want to be young. And I'm like, but you were young. You were young at one point, and now you're not. Now you're old. Everyone gets to be young, and everyone gets to be old. I mean, unless, of course, you have an accident, you die. No, I get that. Kids die of like cancer, and it's really tragic. I'm saying, for those that are living normal lives, you will be a young person, and then you will be an old person. In my life, I have been gauntly, frail, and thin from lack of eating and being poor, and having a full head of hair to having no hair and then being fat. And it's just because of the way I lived my life. And I never really cared. Like a year and a half ago when I was overweight, I was about 200 pounds. And then I don't know, I didn't care. And then one day I was just like, I'm going to stop eating this garbage sugar. And you know what? I felt better. And I'm like, now I understand why I should have cared. It wasn't so much that I didn't care about my appearance. I should care more about my health. And so with cutting out the sugars and eating healthy, I lost a bunch of weight. And I am just what I am. Never cried about it, never complained about it. I feel better now, but I never really cared about, am I the right thing to be for everyone else? You know what I mean? When it comes to how I live my life and how I do things, it's literally just I do what I feel like doing. And if I don't feel like doing it, I don't. And I feel like doing certain things. So not eating sugar, I end up feeling more energized. And it's so true. It's like every day I learn this lesson. I go out to eat and I'm like, what's the big deal? They got this little dessert, a little apple pie. It's like very small. And with a scoop of ice cream, and I'm like, I'll be fine if I have it. The next day I'm like, it hurts. And so I'm like, okay, time to stop doing that stuff. Like, I get it. And so for the most part, I cut all that stuff out. But every time I'll be like, it's fine to have a dessert now and then. I totally regret it. Makes me feel miserable. I'm not doing these things for anybody else. I'm doing it all because I feel like doing it. And so I guess I'll say that to someone like Chris Tyson. Him doing this, he's doing it for himself. Okay. Like, that's the thing you should be doing. My question is, like, why do you feel the need to do it? You know what I mean? I don't have piercings. I don't have tattoos. I didn't get hair plugs. I didn't get braces. I'm not doing anything for other people to look at me. And that's what I see with Chris Tyson. He is undergoing these changes that impact how other people will perceive him. Having fake fingernails affects how other people perceive you. I don't care about my fingernails. I don't care about any of those externalities. So I guess the only thing I really say to this is, it's news that happened. People are talking about it. I think people need to chill out and stop being such dicks. Dude is an adult who can live his life however he wants. I understand why people disagree with it. For sure. Fine. Fair point. My thing is just like, I think we need to build a culture of self-esteem. I think we need to build a culture of telling people you are fine the way you are. You are a unique snowflake. As we zoom out from this earth and move further and further away, the horde of humans become a blob where you can't really tell the difference between each individual. But as you get closer and closer, you see the uniqueness of each person. And I think that's special. I think there's something special in growing old. I think there's something special in experiencing old age. It is the human experience that we all get to enjoy. That's why I've never been a big fan of this idea of like immortality. It's like, I don't know, do you really want to live forever? I suppose we would if we could. Who would want to grow old? Everybody would want to be young forever and feel good all the time. But I kind of imagine at a certain point, you just be like, been there, done that. What's next? You know? So I think life is a gift. I think the experiences of being young and living your life and growing old are a part of the journey. And then we eventually pass on. I think there's something beautiful in that. And I think everybody, for all of their things they might be criticized for and all the things they might not have and the things they may have, these are part of the experience. You know, some people are born into third world countries in extreme poverty and suffering. And that sucks. But humans are adaptive, and their level of happiness adapts based on their circumstances. So I really just think that we need to teach people it's okay to be you. You don't need to take chemicals, hormones, get fake nails or piercings or tattoos. And at the same time, I will stress, if that's what you want, then be you. Just keep it away from the kids, man. Let kids grow up and figure out who they are. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up tonight at 8 p.m. over at youtube.com/TimcastIRL. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.